Hey everybody! In today's tutorial, I'm going to do what I call lazy watercolor. So if you're intimidated by regular watercoloring, you will love this. It's very fast and easy. So I will be using this beautiful rose from Concord and Ninth. This is part of their April release, and I did hit the buy it all button this month. I'm stamping it with the Ink on 3 Fadeout ink. My favorite ink lately, and I'm going to stamp this twice so that you can kind of see it on the video, but I'm just trying for myself to give a very faint coloring guide. I don't need a heavy line. And this is on cold press watercolor paper, by the way. Now I'm using my Arteza Woodless watercolor pencils. I love these things. And I'm going around everywhere where there's a line on the stamp, as well as everywhere where there's a shadow, where one petal overlaps another petal. You don't need to put down smooth, perfect color. You'll see why in just a minute. Just a general outline. And I want this to be sort of a peachy, dawny rose. So I added a little bit of yellow. Now I have a wet baby wipe, and I'm just rubbing everywhere where there's this magenta color. I'm just smearing it, and it gives this very soft, almost pastel look to the rose. It's very fun, very easy to activate these pencils in particular and get rid of the pencil line. And after I'm done with the magenta, you'll see me activate the yellow. And it'll blend with the other color and give me that sort of peachy look I was going for. Now I'm coming back with a Polychromos pencil. And I'm just going to add some shading into the rose. It's beautiful the way it is, but I am a notorious overworker. And so I looked at it and I thought, you know what I really need to do? I really need to spend 35 minutes shading this rose that I just did a very quick and easy technique on. It's an illness, I tell you. But as you know, purple is my favorite shadow color. I'll list the exact colors that I used of all 3 of these pencils below the video and on my blog. And the key when you're adding shading with a pencil on top of another medium, which I love to do, on top of watercolor, on top of alcohol markers, is have a very sharp pencil and to have a very light touch. That's the ticket with any colored pencil, because it allows you to layer, which you're going to see me do, and not build up the wax too soon from your pencil and not be able to work that color. So I'm going around everywhere where the stamp had lines. If you stamp twice with that fade out ink, you'll be able to see that just a little bit better. That's one of the things that I love about the ink is it doesn't interfere with the final no line coloring, but it provides enough detail while you are coloring to be able to know where to put your shadows. I like florals that are big enough to color. This one is big enough to color, so it gives you a lot of opportunities to create depth and blend colors on the finished image. So at the end, I go back and make the darks extra dark in all the little nooks and crannies, as Kathy Rack says. And here is the finished card. Thanks so much for watching.